Okay.
Well, hey, beautiful people, welcome back. I hope y'all threw those Thanksgiving leftovers away by now. Welcome back to another episode of Point of View. Joining us today, we have a special guest in the building. You've seen her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and MTV's Couples Retreat. Please join us in welcoming media personality and best-selling author, Miss Falynn Pina. Hey, girl.
Hello.
With this beat face. Yes, ma'am.
For the guys.
Yes.
Right.
Well, this episode is packed, so stick around as we catch up with Falynn on love, forgiveness, and her Amazon bestseller, Sinless. You are now watching POV. Well, Falynn, definitely welcome to the table. So good to have you here.
Thank you,
You
guys,
look
for
stunning.
having me. Thank you. Y'all look great, too.
Well, thank you, girl.
All this magic over here.
Yes, I love it. So for those who may not know who you are, tell the folks who are watching us, like, who you are, how did you become to be Miss Falynn?
Well, I've always been Miss Falynn.
Come on, that's right. Period.
Y'all just now catching up.
Period.
Okay. No, so, I mean, a lot of people may recognize me from Real Housewives of Atlanta and MTV's Couples Retreat, a big scandal, you know, things like that. But, you know.
A big scandal, girl. What's the big?
The past. Where we like to leave it.
Period.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm a mom, best-selling author, and yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
All the hats.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you look good doing it too.
Thank you. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. What you got?
Well, for me, you know, I've been keeping up with you 100% for sure. I'm definitely, you know, a fan. But I just noticed that you've, you know, taken a hiatus. So we really did miss you. So in the time since the scandal, what's been going on? Like, what do you have to share with us? Because we're ready to find out.
I've been a little quiet. No, I mean, I've just been living life. I just rekindled my relationship with my ex.
Okay.
Kudos to
Spicy.
you.
Yes, so we're engaged now.
Congratulations.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Let us see.
Yeah. Big
Okay.
Yeah.
Big hair.
much so.
Okay.
That's right. Do your big
Ladies
one.
and gentlemen, take notes.
Period.
Yes, that is quite nice.
Yes, we'll be getting married this Friday.
Friday. Wow.
Go ahead.
So you're gonna be like me and the rest of the girls dragging our feet to the altar,
Stop,
huh?
Tally.
Y'all are going.
Girl, no, I'm too old. We're just losing time.
Yeah.
I gotta get it now.
Yeah.
How
know
did
that's
how
right.
did you get to a place to where you wanted to rekindle things with him and just be there again?
That's a good question. You know, we started off dating in silence. We didn't
Okay.
tell family. We didn't
Okay.
tell friends. We told no one
How
because
long was that? Like dating in silence? Like what you? What
it
y'all
didn't
do,
last
just
very
be in the
long. It was
house?
just a few months, but
But y'all had that little time together.
But it was, yeah, because I mean, we had already been in a relationship before, but this time it was different because we got to know each other and who we are today
Yeah.
instead of who we used to be.
Okay.
And during our almost 2-year separation, it was very enlightening for the both of us. We both had to take a look in the mirror at who we were and we didn't like what we saw.
Yeah.
And we both went to therapy separately. We didn't even speak. We were
For 2
not on good
years?
terms. I mean, unless it had to do with our daughter, no.
Wow.
And at some point in time, I don't know, it just, after healing and all of the smoke cleared, we were just able to relearn each other, and we fell back in love within minutes.
Yeah, so that is so awesome. I'm thinking about, the fact that Jalen is 10 years younger than you, but, that seems like such a mature thing to do as a young man, So is he like a mature person to, be so young and to decide, hey, I don't like what I'm seeing in the mirror, I need to fix this? Like,
Right.
Listen, age is just a number at times, right? I know men in their 60s who don't know half of what Jalen
right.
knows and applies it.
That's
right.
good.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Okay.
I got my dog when he was young, so
I know that.
so I got to
She's
teach
teaching
him.
him the tricks now.
Okay.
And now he's
Okay.
teaching me.
Okay.
So he's capable of. I'm a very strong woman, and he's more than capable of leading me and allowing me to be that strong woman and a lead where it is that I can lead, and relinquishing that leadership for me. I think that was the hardest battle that I had to learn how to do in a relationship, because I've been such a single mom, and I've been so strong all these years, and being that woman, that strong woman that everybody looks up to, and our children and things like that. And so that was
You
a
ready
hard
to be
lesson.
a soft girl.
Yeah, that
Ready
was a hard
for-
lesson for
For a
me.
princess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out of survivor mode now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
We love that.
yeah, thank you.
Oh, me? Y'all want me to take it away? Let me see. Let me see what I got. I don't know. I did have something, but I kind of want to save it. I don't want to jump there yet. Okay, no. I'll go to what Tally brought up about the age difference. So, how was it when you first started? When you guys first got together, initially, how was that age difference for you? That adjust? Was it just okay, he's much younger than me, or is it I don't care?
Of course, there were moments where I was like, oh, he's so young. But there were more pros than cons.
Okay.
Yeah. So at some point in time, I just realized, okay, this could work. This could be. I saw the potential in him, which is actually not necessarily a good thing. I learned later on, you can't fall in love with the potential of someone, which I did. And I saw something in him that he hadn't seen in himself yet, because he was too young to see it. And so, like I said, that separation time, I don't know, he just sprouted. I think losing me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right?
A good woman will do that.
Yes,
Okay.
listen,
Help
it'll
him
do
grow up
something
fast.
to a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you-
I hope,
Oh,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Jenny.
No, I'm sorry. Do you feel like you helped mold him into who he is today? Including that separation time?
I think our daughter did that for the both of us in certain ways. I have 3 boys. I was always a boy mom. And as much as I loved it, or I thought I loved it at that time as much as I did when I had a girl, it was different.
Soft
And
Yeah.
it does, yes, absolutely. My boys are like, you weren't this nice to us.
Right.
Like, well, she's
Delicate. She's a flower.
completely spoiled. The boys spoiled the mess out of her. But
Yeah.
she did. She really did complete us. Yeah.
So my question is, do you have times where you regret being in the limelight and having, a relationship that people are so always intrigued to know what you guys have going on, and in times where, your partner may take it to the blogs and now you have to respond. So, having to work your way through those situations, do you regret now, retaliating sometimes, publicly, and, moving forward? What's your strategy for that, in love and marriage now?
I don't live my life with regret. Everything happens for a reason.
For sure.
There's growth and peace that comes at the end of pain.
For sure.
And Jalen and I realized, you know, we were really nasty to one another in the media. And yes, you know, he came out with something, so then I feel like I have to retaliate.
Yeah.
You're
Protect
hurt, so,
yourself.
and you know, I'm hurt,
people.
so
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
hurt each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was such a dark time. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. We grew from that. We apologized to one another, which was really important, and we forgave.
Yeah.
It really taught us to forgive
Yeah.
one another. And yeah, I think I'm just so proud of where we actually took this, because we
Yeah.
didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
We did not see this coming at all. I mean, if you would have asked me 10 months ago, are you going to be with Jalen? I'm like, what? But
Speaking of 10 months ago, 7 months ago, I believe you had a show that was coming out, Falling. What que pasó? What happened with that?
you know, to be honest with you,
Or is it, well, obviously it's not in the making
no,
anymore.
it's not in the making anymore. To be honest with you, everything was ready to go. The network was ready. Everything was a go. And I had like a coming to Jesus moment, and I said, you know, this isn't where I want my image to go. I don't need a man to fulfill me, and I'm not
Yeah.
looking for love.
Yeah.
You know, so it didn't feel truthful. As much as I
Like
wanted
genuine.
love, what woman
Yeah.
doesn't wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
say, hey, I want to be swept off my feet, right? We
Yeah.
all want that, but not that way. And I also didn't want the people who do look up to me and my viewers and my supporters to look at me and view me that way. You know, I lead a lot of people, and I understand that, and I don't want them to think love is what completes a woman. Yeah,
And then you
so
just called it
I
off.
said no.
Wow.
That's really
Yeah,
big.
that's
And then
beautiful,
Jalen and I
though.
ended
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, now you can do Falynn Has Fallen.
Hello. Come on.
They better cut that check, because I want my money. I want my money.
Okay. Yes.
Write that down.
Loving that.
Okay. Write
Falynn
that
Has
down. Write that
Fallen.
down.
You jot that?
Did you ever see yourself as a woman of influence?
No. Oh, God, no. I mean, as the media loves to point out, I have 4 baby daddies. No. I mean, everybody looks at me that way, and they love to point that, you know, and make it like a negative thing, but I don't view it as a negative thing. I think all of my children are the most beautiful blessings I could have ever asked for.
For sure.
But to lead, oh my gosh, no. But I had to realize I didn't go through everything in my life just for me to gatekeep and to keep all of those life lessons to myself.
I love that.
Okay. Well, honey, this is good. I know we have a lot of more questions that we want to dive into and get to know you and your book, but we have to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for Girlfriend's Guide, and more with Falynn come right up after this, so stay tuned. On social media right now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We have the one and only Miss Falynn Pina with us today, if you haven't already seen that on the network. But today's question for you during our commercial break, if you could choose out of a celebrity's closet, which one would you raid? I'll start with you, Falynn.
Victoria Beckham.
Oh my God. No, for real. Give me Bob
that.
too.
I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm having a really hard time between Law Roach and Tiana Taylor.
I could see you in Tiana Taylor's wardrobe
Woo!
with all the sports bras
Yes.
and crop tops and low-rise pants.
The way I would
streetwear.
eat those looks up. And then Law Roach, just like, sense of style is out of this world. I just know that closet is fab.
Well, if I had her abs, I would say Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
I got this.
You could get them, girl, for a nice lump sum of money. You could get them.
Squeeze my hips right on in that thing.
Everyone's getting sculpted.
For me, I'm a throwback girly, so I'm gonna have to say from the nanny, Fran Fine, Fran Dorsher.
Yes.
Give me that, baby.
That is so
give me the
Italian.
bump. Give me the bump on top, baby. Give
Yeah.
me some volume and give me a 3-piece suit, baby. We
That's
get
so
to
you.
it.
Such
That's
a
so
classic.
you.
I love it. Well, stay tuned, y'all. We'll be right back in a few seconds. This is POV. Well, welcome back, honey. Come on in and join the discussion. Miss Falynn is still here with us, and we are going to spice things up just a little bit. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. So we've briefly talked about this, but when it comes to spinning the block, giving your ex another chance, it could go one or two ways. Either it's a fresh start that works out better than ever before, or it's a disaster that leaves you wishing you never looked back. So what's your take on spinning the block? Obviously, it's been successful for you because you're getting married soon. Right. Yes, very left-handed.
Yes. Spinning the block.
So you did
so
an
funny.
Ashanti and Nelly.
Yes, that's exactly who I thought about. I was like, you know what? They successful too.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
How y'all feeling? So the wedding is this week?
It is this Friday.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I know you are booked and busy.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, before we dive into like the wedding plans, prior to you getting with Jalen, there was a public divorce. So how has that transitioned to your happiness now?
I mean, to be honest with you, I forgot everything about that person.
I know that
Come
never
on,
happened. It never happened.
Who is that?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Right.
I don't even know.
That's awesome.
I had to learn how to give myself grace after that public divorce.
Yeah.
And I had to learn how to be nice and kind to myself and gentle with myself, because there were so many different opinions about how I should feel, what I should think, what I should say, what I shouldn't say. And if you said something, you're bitter. You know, if you don't say anything, you don't speak up for yourself, you know. And I just had to take a step back from social media and all of the noise and really sit with myself. But I didn't actually heal from it all until Jalen and I separated. So now that I'm
that time for
healed,
yourself.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, how did the kids like play a part in this? Like, how is their healing? Were they impacted at all?
Absolutely. They were heart shattered.
Yeah.
You know, it was hard on all of us as a family unit. And I'm just grateful that Jalen was there, though, because he was a familiar face. And his connection with the boys is like this.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for that. I was lucky in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a true blessing. I wanted to touch briefly on earlier, you said that, you know, you didn't always see yourself as a leader, and that like really touched me because I feel like a lot of times the people that think they're supposed to be leaders in life and want to push themselves to the forefront are not really the ones that God really wants to use. And, you know, I feel like it's so important checking your heart posture. And when you have a heart for people and when you know, hey, I can't gatekeep, I have to share my story, and God can really do something, you know, with that. So I'm so excited for you, you know, for your engagement and your marriage and all that will be next year and all the years to come.
Thank
you know, just stepping out and truly stepping into your rightful leadership role and making
you.
a new story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always say it's always the people with the toughest stories that are meant to lead, because it didn't break them.
Yeah.
You know?
So speaking of your new chapter,
You done messy.
Yes, she is.
I get scared.
No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. With your new chapter, you know, like, and congratulations again on all of your success.
Thank
This is
you.
really a beautiful story because I'm not spinning the block.
One and done?
We're done, baby. We're done. I'm moving on. You should,
Normally,
too.
I would agree with you, but I can't.
No, I get it. You know, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
Yeah.
Very
I
rare.
don't want to find out if it works, because if it don't work, I'm gonna be very upset that I did it again. But no, so with you becoming, you know, a wife now, like, do you think you would give Real Housewives another shot?
Ooh. You know, I always say never.
Okay. If they reached out and they said, "Hey, girl, you know, you wanna spin the block on this too?
The way I would protect the mess out of my marriage this time and not let people swim in my pools.
Control,
my God,
the
that's it
narrative.
right there, Lord.
Oh, well, speaking of the pool, can I dive? Can I dive in it?
We
Well,
here, ain't
We know you are.
What you know, you ain't never talked to us about it. I know you showed.
Oh,
I know
no.
you told this story a billion
billion
times.
Here they come. They're gonna be like, look at her all the time. All she got going for herself.
I'm asking. She's not bringing it up. I'm asking. So troll me.
Because I skipped over it.
Right.
I skipped over the whole
you
thing.
did really well.
So you guys were friends though. This was a friendship between you and Portia.
Oh, her.
Oh, geez.
Girl, who you thought I was talking about? It's Moti.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
It's not what I thought it was.
Wait.
Wait. We were friends enough to where we had each other's numbers. She would hang out at my house with my ex-husband, and she would hit me up and ask if she can come out and hang out with us. So,
Which is more than enough to know my man is off.
yeah,
limits.
I mean,
Yeah.
Come into my house
I love
and see
Portia,
it.
but I
My
can't
man in my
say that.
house is enough for you to know.
Here's my thing. To each his own, right? But for me, if you invite me to a luncheon and I
Right.
just met you
Right.
at your home with you and your husband, I
Emphasis
think I
on your
know.
home. Right. This is
Don't mess with another woman's
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
Whether we're cool or not, I'm not gonna sleep with a married man.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Well, we're going to pivot. We're not going to get
Yes.
too messy in this because she has said she has forgotten about who these people are.
Ask the
don't
Drink your
question.
tea, Falynn. Go ahead and drink your tea. But I want to talk about like this upcoming book. This
Yes.
book that you have called Sinless. It's
Yes.
a Amazon bestseller.
Yes, it's
Let's talk
out.
about that.
Bestseller.
Tell us, how did that even come about?
Oh,
Do you have it?
yes, I have it right here actually.
Yes, and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Funny story, I was actually fully nude for this.
Uh-huh.
For this photo. I wanted to be very raw
Yes.
and, just open. And that's exactly what I did here. It was very interesting because the photographer was like, you don't have to be naked. I said, yes, I do. I'm like, but you're not
Bear it all.
I said, you're not going to mess up this edit. I have to look nude. So I went completely nude.
Yeah.
Jalen was completely against it at first, but it was hilarious. Yes, so what brought it on was I really felt like I was silenced after my divorce, and I felt like I was really afraid to speak up about the 5 years of trauma that I had gone through. You guys only know, a little tiny
snippet,
portion, but being with someone who was much older than me, I had a lot of unhealed generational trauma on me. I was a walking target. And for a narcissist, and I was a beacon. And after that divorce, I think I was just tired. I was tired of being quiet. I was tired of someone else writing my narrative for me.
Yeah.
And even still today, some people get it, some people don't. But I got to say my piece.
Good.
My question is, if there was one thing that you would want your readers to take away from your book, what would it be?
That's good, Tally.
That's really good. No matter what, I was about to say anyone, but no matter what family and friends, it's always the closest people that try to put you down the most. Sometimes they mean to, sometimes they don't. No matter what they say, no matter who has any type of negative opinion on you, form your own about yourself. You know who you are.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
You know who you are deep down. You know what your intentions are. And stay true to who you are. And allow yourself to go through the emotions of life and growth. It's okay. You're human.
Yeah.
It's okay to be human.
Yeah. And feel things.
Yeah.
So in the book, you talk about like your childhood trauma and like narcissistic abuse. Like, do you mind elaborating on that just a tad bit without spilling everything in the book?
Yes. Well, I was raised by a malignant narcissist. And
Is that your father?
step.
Okay.
Stepfather.
Okay.
He was very abusive in all ways. And I thought that narcissism was love because that was all I was taught from the first man that's supposed to love you.
Yeah.
And so when I got into these relationships with these men, it's like, oh, yay,
thought this was
narcissism.
okay.
Here I go.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was a really dark childhood. So I wanted, in my book, I really did want to start there.
Yeah.
Because most of our stories, when they're dark and grim, they actually start from childhood.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy writing about that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you don't want people knowing about your family business and how far you've come.
But you don't know what, you know, how your story could help the next
help
person.
others.
you know?
Exactly, which was another reason as to why I was tired of being silent. It started with my parents first. We weren't allowed to talk about it,
Yeah.
you know, and so.
Well, now that you're no longer silent,
Right.
like
Oh,
what's
Lord.
next for Falynn? Since you have this voice now, you're
Yeah.
traveling and doing all the things, you're about to become a wife again. So
Yes,
what's
wife.
next for you?
Right now, I think I'm just going to focus on my family and growing that family. And, you know, we'll see what comes.
You got more kids coming?
We are in the market of having more children.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
We love that.
Thank you. And we'll see whatever comes. You know, right now we're just focused on our family and his career and my career. We'll just see. You guys will see us very
How do your
soon.
older kids feel about you maybe having new kids? Because I know the older kids, they be hating us. They be so sick of us. Like, dang.
They'd probably just say, again.
Or
No, they absolutely adore their siblings. They are the perfect siblings that I always wanted.
Okay.
You know, to each other.
well, listen, I know that we could sit here and talk with you all day over some tea. Thank you so much for joining us, Falynn.
you
We
for
have to take
having
a
me.
wrap, y'all, but y'all know we like to leave you with a little something, something. Today's affirmation is be forgiving, be understanding, but do not be a fool. This is POV, and meet us back here tomorrow at 7:30. Bye.
Bye.